Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I have a brand new haul for you today with some super exciting perfumes. Some of these are meant for summer, the other ones are just perfumes that I would use during evenings or when I want to feel dressy and beautiful. Let's start with brand number one, which is a lesser known brand called Laffair, and I have a perfume from them called Worship. Now, if you see the design and everything, you'll immediately remember one perfume. So that's the bottle. Well, not exactly the same, but it does remind me of the Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. Now let's test them out side by side so we see how they smell like, and then I can tell you how the perfume smells on its own. Worship is a citrus gourmand that retails for only $25 for 100 ml. I'll try to post the links for you. I hope it's available everywhere and not just in the UAE. The opening is plum, lemon and orange. Heart notes of orange blossom, sugary and milky notes. And the base is musk, vanilla and benzoin. I'm going to spray them side by side. So you have Worship and you have your Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. Oh my word, they both are so similar. I'll just say that with most of the inspirations of Devotion, I feel Devotion comparatively it has a slight greenness. There's a strange fresh greenness in it, which is why I feel that I usually lean more towards Devotion, because it does not claw me. For example, Worship is also gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but it lacks that little fresh greenness. I think it was neroli or something, I'm not too sure. Or was it orange blossom that was giving? It definitely has some green portion of the florals, which is why I feel Devotion leans slightly fresher than Worship. So Worship obviously has a similar scent profile where it is a gourmand with lots of vanilla, but its top notes are fresh citruses like lemon. They have listed plum and orange. I would say it's like a mix of lemon and orange. I'm sorry, Marcus's hair is like everywhere and somehow it lands on my face for some reason. But yeah, you have lemon and orange. Lemon more so than orange. Plum, I don't really see it, but I do see the orange blossom in the middle along with your base notes of milk, sugar, vanilla. The perfume, although being gourmand, it almost smells sun-drenched, if you know what I mean. It's like your skin, okay, that's not the right way to say it. Doesn't feel like you spill something sweet on your skin, because that's going to claw you or you're going to make you feel sickly. Just think of fresh citruses with lots of gourmand notes, slightly milky, vanillic and very, very sweet. That's it. I don't want to like over-explain this, but it does feel like romantic. It feels like a vacation with your loved one, probably in Italy or something. It feels almost like custard, the smell of custard powder actually, how it smells like in the base. So you have your lemon custard kind of scent, that is your Worship. Leans very, very feminine, no Middle Eastern vibe. I think you can wear this like in transition months like spring or fall, but definitely in slightly cooler weather. In summer, it may claw you unless you wear it sparingly. The projection is 2 to 3 feet. Longevity is 7 hours. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. It's a very decent perfume. And I do kind of like the bottle. I know what they were going for, but it's still like compared to other bottles, although it's just a sticker, it's a very pretty bottle. The celebrity I chose for this is young Isabella Rossellini. She used to be my favorite model ever. I remember seeing her in some perfume ads, or I don't even remember. I used to see her in ads though. Woman, like as a child, for me it was like she was so beautiful, and this kind of gives me her vibe. The color temperature is a creamy yellow, but I'll try to find the right image for you, the right color for you. The temperature is warm and the presence is moderate. I met Munib at an event. Munib is Neeb, you know him as Aromatix, at an event, at the Khadlaj event, and you know what? He's such a nice person. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover. Literally. I had to actually go up to him and apologize to him. I told him, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a snob. That was so horrible. I told him that, and I just told him that, like, I'm very, very sorry. I just wanted to apologize to you. And he was so kind and he was so pleasant. So I went ahead and bought 2 of his perfumes because I want to support him. And I got the new Platine Blanc and Xandal. Xandal I especially bought because one of my friends here, you know who you are, she told me this smells like vampirum. And although that was available over here when I actually ordered it, there was this one bottle available somewhere. It didn't come to me. It was like, oh, there's a problem with the delivery or with the supplier and just did not show up. But however, I'm going to start with the Platine Blanc, which I feel is the same DNA as Torino 21, but it's not identical. But it'll definitely remind you of a mojito perfume, let's just call it, but with a lot of aromatics. So this is a fresh aromatic perfume. There's a fly in my house. How did you come in? Anyway, so that's the bottle. So you know the neat bottles, Aromatics bottles. Packaging as usual, top notch. This is in collaboration with French Avenue, by the way. And that's the bottle. So you remember we had the Royal Taboo and Carnal Desire that I had reviewed earlier, and you know I had loved those perfumes. This is a very fresh perfume. This is not something I expected from him, or I should have, because summer, and this is perfect for summer. I have become so obsessed with this. Okay, first off, let me start by saying that this might lean a little masculine for some people, but for me, this is a very fresh, think mojito, but overdose it with basil, with your mint, a lot of mint. Maybe add some additional aromatics. It almost smells like a mojito, a sweet mojito that you're drinking at a spa. On Fragrantica, it's ranked 4.54. Price in the UAE is $68. The top notes are mint, lime, lemon and tonic water. Middle notes are blackcurrant, jasmine and rosemary. And the base notes of ambergris, sandalwood, musk and oak moss. The moment I smelled it, I was like, yep, this is, you know, one of my go-to summer perfumes will be this one. Couple of reasons why. Let me not go too much into details with like trying to explain note by note, but the top notes literally make sense. Tonic water with mint, lime and lemon. That's how it opens. Starts descending where your citruses remain dormant but a little less potent, becoming slightly sweeter, but in the middle you smell more of the aromatics, namely rosemary. They have mentioned it over here. Blackcurrant and jasmine, I say this is more like a decoration on the mojito than like the mojito itself. And in the base you have aquatic notes of ambergris, you have sandalwood, musk and oak moss again making it smell a little earthy but in a marine-like way. But you also have your sandalwood and musk to ground the perfume, round it up, not make it too effervescent or too photorealistically mojito-like. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So it smells like a perfume and not like mojito. That's what I was trying to say. So it is beautiful, and that's why I like it, because it's not too sweet, it's not too aromatic or too citrus. That's why I feel it is very, very unisex as well. Although some people will, I know, some people will directly associate this with it being masculine. So test it before you buy it. I do think it's gorgeous. It lasts a very, very long time for its DNA, because this DNA does not usually last long on your clothes or on your skin. It feels like a fresh, cool air that comes on a very, very hot summer day. We've been facing that in Dubai. The breeze never comes, this like pleasant, cool air. We don't have mountains and stuff or forests. It's just desert. So no, it's not. We don't get breeze. And even if the breeze comes, it's like you opened a preheated oven or something and you get a blast of hot air. That's how you feel. So yes, this is definitely a welcome change, because since we don't get that breeze, might as well spray the perfume. And I really like it. It's very clean and refreshing and airy. That's like the qualities I want in my summer perfume. And it's very mood uplifting. See, instantly, it's early morning. You know, I've not even had my cup of coffee. Guys, you know, I'm sure this video, I don't know which and where and what videos I've shot already. So my ADHD had peaked. It peaked to an extent that my doctor had to give me medicine. So now I'm trying to manage it, you know. So I'm sure there's a video I've posted already, and you can actually, oh my gosh, maybe you guys don't notice it, but when I was editing and I was like, oh my goodness, like that video was so long. Let me come back to the review. Sorry. Summer perfume for sure. You can pull this off in spring as well, but early spring. You can pull this off in spring as well, but late spring probably. Unisex perfectly. I think a guy wears it, it'll smell like a man's perfume, or a woman wears it, it'll smell feminine. No Middle Eastern vibe. Projection is like 2 feet. Longevity, I would say it's like 7 hours. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. I love it. Why not 10 out of 10? Because I reserve now, especially recently, because I've been trying so many perfumes, I'm really being very selective of my 10 out of 10s, because I know you guys just go and buy perfumes if I say 10 out of 10. So I'm being like, if I get like obsessed, like, oh my god, this perfume, insane, 10 out of 10. You know, that's like the kind of vibe I want to give. But this, when I say 9 out of 10, it is also like there, right up there. Just not obsessed level, right? The celebrity I want to give this to is Lucas Bravo. I haven't seen him in many movies, but it does give me that, again, minty, fresh, airy, clean vibe. And very, very... I don't want to use the word swimming pool because it'll confuse people, because this doesn't smell anything like those LV perfumes, you know. The color perception, you know what? Platine Blanc, the name they've used, is amazing, because that's exactly how it smells like. It smells like platinum white. The temperature is cold and the presence, I would say, is moderate. Not mild, moderate. The next one is Xandal, and I'm so excited about this one. But you know what? It's not for everybody. I'm gonna like let you know this is not for everybody. It is, okay, first of all, the bottle, I'm opening it like this because I know I'll drop it. My clutch self will definitely drop it. That's the bottle. This is probably the prettiest bottle he has because it's transparent, and the vibe is perfect for the bottle. Actually, you know what? I thought like this would have been like a darker bottle. I don't care about the bottle, sorry. It's beautiful anyhow. This smells like a mix of vampire rum with sugared patchouli. It's a very, very earthy gourmand. Very earthy gourmand. So please, if you did not like vampire rum or if you did not like sugared patchouli, you're not gonna like this perfume, okay? Because it's going in the same direction. It's the same genre. On Fragrantica, it's got 4.23. Before I start talking about the perfume, because I'm getting so excited, I'm shaking. The top notes are Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla caviar. The middle notes are vanilla, chocolate truffle, patchouli, rum, and jasmine. Okay, so deviation. Base notes are vanilla absolute, caramel, tonka bean, and agarwood. So, you know what I'm saying now. Think vanilla of all kinds, all doses, all varieties packed into a bottle. Add some thicker notes like caramel, rum, and tonka bean and shake the bottle. You know, now you have this concoction that smells very thick and very vanillic, but it has this rummy quality. Add chocolate to it, and this chocolate is a realistic chocolate, you know. So you take a bar of milk chocolate, not dark chocolate, and melt it and add it to that concoction. That's the gourmand part. Now the earthy part, where they say you have your patchouli, jasmine, and agarwood. Definitely has the patchouli, but it's so rummy and so yum. For people who don't like patchouli, this might be a little challenging. For people who think earthy plus gourmand is not a good mix, try this perfume, okay? Just, it might change your mind. I'm not going to try and convince you, because I'm telling you this perfume is not for everybody. It will be polarizing. And then comes this agarwood. And agarwood is done in a very beautiful way. You just know there is agarwood in the base, which is adding a little bit of animalic note, but not going towards barnyard. This is giving niche energy. This is like gothic. This perfume on your skin, delicious, yummy, but not juvenile. This is very dark. It's very dark goth. It gives me dark vibe. This is not your Princess Diary either. This is your Vampire Queen, you know, it's like that level. And you know what? Please help me assign a celebrity to this, because I just could not think of anybody. Like, I thought of Alia, but I was like, no, she's more of like Amethyst, like, you know. I thought of Monica Bellucci as usual. I don't know why I keep thinking about her when I smell something sexy, but I couldn't think of somebody. So if you have somebody who you can suggest for a perfume like this, please let me know. This is very, very unisex, but I feel a woman should wear this. But a guy can completely pull this off. If you're dressed up very well, not in Bermuda shorts and t-shirt, if you're dressed up very well, this is gonna smell amazing on you. It does have a slight Middle Eastern vibe. I think this is suitable for fall, winter. Projection, insane. It's 3 to 4 feet. Longevity is 8+ hours. And I'm gonna give this perfume a massive 10 out of 10. This for me is unique. It's different. If it finishes, I will most definitely buy it again because I will miss it. It's truly unique and I really like it. But again, please go out, try it before you buy it. The color perception for this is oxblood. It's like, you know, going towards Vampire Queen again or Vampire King. The temperature is oscillating, so it goes between cold to hot. Sometimes the perfume feels very warm to me and sometimes cold, but I would say 60% cold. And the presence is bold. It's instead nuclear, and we know Munib's perfume, they're usually very, very nuclear, and this one is nothing short of that. Next, I have two perfumes from Rasasi. I have the Hawas Tropical and Hawas Eclat. I got these myself because I'm an impatient person, and Rasasi is one of the brands that they usually don't send PR to anybody, not just me, not to anybody. They host very private, it's very quiet, you know. Anyhow, I'm going to start with the Hawas Tropical. Okay, I took a really long time to open that box. So that's the bottle. So we have another addition to the Hawas range. Now if you remember, the candy one also had this white cap. This does have like a little bit of pearlescent vibe going. Anyhow, what does it smell like? It smells like Jean-Paul Gaultier, the Paradise, I forgot the name. Paradise Garden? Yeah, that one, Le Beau. It's an aromatic green perfume. The rating on Fragrantica is 4.17. It retails for about $40 for 100 ml. The top notes are coconut water, ginger and fig leaf. Middle notes are fig, coconut and mint. And in the base you have sandalwood, tonka and musk. I quite like it. It's very fresh. I would say this is definitely for the men, but in that very cheeky way where you want to steal your man's perfume and wear it. This is one of those. Once in a while I will reach for this from his cabinet and definitely wear it, especially when we are going outdoors, you know, in summer. The opening literally smells like iced coconut water with mint in it. Sorry, crushed ice and crushed mint in coconut water. That's how it smells like. No, it does not smell like the Aromatix perfume. They're very two different perfumes. I know when I say like a drink, when I compare it to a drink, you immediately go towards, you know, but this one has a very tropical vibe. I'm glad they named it Hawas Tropical, because it smells definitely very, very tropical. It's leaning very much away from the usual Hawas range, but this is definitely an inspiration. It is not a unique perfume or a unique DNA. If you like the DNA of Le Beau Paradise Garden, you're going to absolutely adore it. Of course, they're not going to be one-on-one, right? Now, this coconut water with that mint and ice, think of now fig leaves and some zingy ginger, but the ginger is under control. It's not overwhelming, but you have the greenness and a little bitterness from the fig leaf. Then in the middle, you have the actual figs, you have the actual coconut and mint. Here, I feel like the coconut water is becoming more like coconut. I don't want to say coconut milk because that's a different scent altogether. But you know, when they actually make a drink out of the coconut water and then they scrape off that thingy inside the white portion, the fruit, and then they grind it and it becomes like this translucent water, and then you have all these ingredients in it. A hint of ginger, a little bit of fig leaf and crushed ice with crushed mint. Oh my god, I'm thirsty now and I actually feel like making this drink for myself. Now, in the base though, you have your sandalwood, musk and your tonka bean. This is a welcome change because it starts getting creamier, starts getting a little bit more perfume-like, and the sandalwood especially is adding like some magic to it where it actually feels woody but in that creamy, silky way. And you have your tonka bean and musk as well, that's adding more creaminess. By the way, this is not like a flashy scent. It's not like a summer flashy scent that'll bother everybody around you. This is very laid back and it does smell luxurious. Okay, it smells like yachts, smells like coastlines, like vacations, in the nicest possible way. So yes, I do like this perfume a lot, but will I wear this on myself? Maybe not. But for Ali, I would absolutely love him to smell like this during summer. The best part about this perfume, by the way, is that the coconut is not smelling sunscreeny. Yeah, so maybe that's why it doesn't smell like chemicals and stuff. So this perfume, it smells realistic. It doesn't smell synthetic. It's very nice. I like it. Masculine daytime for summer especially, but you can pull this off late spring. No Middle Eastern vibe. I would say the projection is like 2 feet. Longevity is about 7 hours. My rating for this is a 9 out of 10. I really like it. It just has elements that makes the perfume, smell a little bit more luxurious and posh. The celebrity I chose was Dwayne Johnson. I don't know why I've never featured him on the celebrity list. My camera caved in because the temperature rose, and this is what I have to be so careful during summer with my filming. Anyhow, what was I saying? Color perception, jade green. Perfect color. I do like this color as well, but I want to personally give it a jade green. The temperature is cool and the presence is moderate. Now, next I have the Eclat version, which I was super excited about, okay? Because I was like, okay, Hawas, rarely like they make it for women. Now I feel like they're doing it like justice. They release one guy's perfume, one lady's perfume. And the bottle really attracted me as well because it's baby pink with a... I can't make out. I'm blind. I think it's silver. The cap is silver. And I was so freaking excited. But then, guess what happened? Delina La Rose happened. And I'm like, oh bless. These are making a comeback now. The entire Delina DNA. I have seen it in recent perfumes. Why? Why is this coming back? I don't get it. Like, stop. However. Okay. Fruity floral. Fragrantica, I didn't see it on Fragrantica. Anyhow, $40 for 100 ml. Think of Delina La Rose mixed with Girl of Now. Not many people are gonna agree with me. But Girl of Now, very, very less. But Delina more, yeah. Top notes are lychee, bergamot and floral facets. In bracket they've written sparkling and fruity. Heart is pear, pistachio, rose and incense accents. And in the base you have vanilla, amber, musk and woody undertones. To start off with, you have the typical DNA of Delina. Not exactly, but very close with your rose, lychee, bergamot. Yes, it's super fresh. Yes, it's very bubbly. But again, that rose is... You clearly smell like a pink rose with the green bits in it. For everybody who does not like the green bits in this kind of perfume, aka Simin, you're not gonna like it either. For everybody who adores the DNA of Delina, anything that remotely smells like DNA of Delina, you're going to love this one. Now, the pistachio, that's the interesting part. For me, this was like, okay, this sounds like Delina, but pistachio. Very interesting. See, I'm on my last perfume and things are going wrong with the camera. Stop talking to the camera, not you guys. Battery died. Anyhow, what was I saying? Okay, so as it dries down in the middle, this is what I was interested in, the pistachio bit. I'm like, what's happening? It does get there to some extent, but not really like pistachio heavy, which I'm glad for. I don't want it to smell like yum pistachio, that kind of scent, right? It starts getting sweeter and a little bit thicker, like more syrupy. Opening was fresh and effervescent. Now it's more of your syrupy thickness, almost like jammy rose kind of consistency. So yeah, it definitely becomes quite overwhelming to me. At least like rose is too strong. Jammy rose for me can go wrong very quickly. Let me put a disclaimer right here. I am a person who doesn't like this DNA, okay? So of course I'm going to be biased towards this perfume. If you like perfumes that smell anything like Delina, you're going to absolutely adore it. And of course you must love rose perfumes too, like Eclat as well. So in the middle, the more it settles down, you get like this pistachio mixed with pear. Probably not going to make sense, but think of a very little bit of creamy pistachio, but just a hint. But you have a lot of freshness of the pear along with that jammy rose. That's how the perfume starts smelling like to me as it settles down into the middle notes. And in the dry down, they say they have vanilla, amber, musk and woody under. To see how I lost my interest, right? Suddenly my body language also changed. Here, yes, the woods are done in a very beautiful way because the woods are light woods. Then you have your musk, amber and vanilla combination, which is a little creamy. It's quite woody in the dry down, but that creaminess of these notes actually ground the perfume together, and it's not just smelling like a jammy rose with lychee, bergamot and your hints of pistachio, right? So yeah, this perfume will require to settle down for at least half an hour for me to actually enjoy it. That's why I feel if somebody's wearing this perfume and I bump into them, they've been wearing it for some time, I will love it. But will I grab this perfume and actively take it out of this shelf where I love my perfumes and actually wear it on myself? Probably not, you know. So this is not a DNA I personally like, but I'm going to be fair and I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It is definitely a nice perfume, but I do feel the sweetness is a little overdone. This is a very, very feminine perfume. I think in summer it'll be a little cloying, so wear it like in spring. It'll be perfect. No Middle Eastern vibe. Projection I would say is like 2 to 3 feet depending on how much you spray. Again, Very potent. That's the good part about this perfume. So don't overspray. Your longevity is a decent 7 to 8 hours. The celebrity I chose for this is Amanda Seyfried. Just because it's very, very feminine. It's very pretty. It's very girly girl as well. But it has a little bit of mystery. The color perception is a pastel pink. The temperature is neutral. And the presence is bold. That was a very, very quick one, I hope, because I feel like the time passes by when I'm speaking to you guys, but then when I'm editing, I'm like, what were you doing, Seaman? Why were you talking so much, But I feel like I'm getting a little bit more concise, but at the same time trying to make you guys understand how a specific scent smells like. I'll probably do the Munib's perfumes. There's one more releasing soon, which is like a gradient. Looks more like this bottle, but like the top portion I think is like black. Once that releases and I have 5 of his perfumes, I will make like a compilation for him. And I'll definitely get that perfume for myself, whichever one it is. Because I feel Munib's perfumes are somehow like meant for me. Like I like them usually, yeah. Your worship, if you like the DNA of Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, and if it's available for a good, decent price, go for it. Because it's very similar. Of course, and then you have your Hawas Tropical and Eclat. This is for people who like the Delina DNA. And this one is for people who like the Le Bon, Paradise Garden, whatever the name was, I think this was a decent haul. And I think I'm pretty much done. Almost, actually, no. Every time I look on this side and I see the stack of perfumes that I need to review. And there's so many in the office as well now. Just collecting, because I told you, I try it in my office, wear it for the day, get to know how it smells on skin, clothes, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, I'll see you in the next one. I have to go to work. Bye.